Hello, my name is Emily Joan Smith. I am a YouTuber and a life coach. If you love anything to do with self-development, personal growth, mental health, make sure you subscribe to the channel and yeah, let's get on with it. Basically, I am in sunny Scotland, sunny for once, been here 7 times to the Fringe, and never has it been sunny. Never. I am going to ask public the questions that you do not know until I tell you. So I'm going to ask the public some questions, 2 questions. 1, what piece of advice do you wish you knew when you were younger? And 2, what piece of advice do you wish you knew now? The second one is more interactive because if you know any advice on that specific topic, I want you to pop it in the comments below to help out the lovely people of Edinburgh. Yeah, let's get to it. Okay, I'm getting close to George Square where I think the most people are most likely to talk to me. It's kind of like a food, van, drinks and entertainment kind of place. So we'll see who we get, but yeah, I need to remember not just to talk to younger people because older people can be a bit intimidating maybe. And also, what else do I need to remember? I think that's it. Yeah. So what's your name? 1 second, let me get my bottle out of the way.
Oh, my name's Sydney.
It's lovely to meet you, Sydney.
Nice to meet you too.
So what one piece of advice do you wish you knew when you were younger?
One piece of advice that I wish I knew when I was younger was to take more risks and not to care what people think, because being authentically yourself is the one thing that's going to make you happy in the world.
100%.
Yeah, it goes back to living authentically you and not caring what people think. Like that's honestly, that's really what I believe.
Yeah.
And I wish I knew that when I was younger because I wouldn't have been so unhappy with how I was. I just want people to realize that like your uniqueness is what makes you different, and that's what you need to showcase because there's nobody else like you.
And when you live aligned to that, or if you aren't yourself, like you do the disservice to other people for them not knowing who you truly are as well. So yeah, no, I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Sydney.
Yeah.
Thank you. And what is your name, sir?
Hi there, my name is Weimara. I am an Aboriginal comedian all the way from Australia as part of the Aboriginal Comedy All-Stars here at the Fringe. Yes, lovely to meet you as well, darling.
And so what do you wish you knew when you were younger?
When I was younger, well, look, I grew up very anxious as a child and I was always wondering just sort of what the right thing to do was. And, you know, when you sort of spend a lot of time doing that, you never really do end up accomplishing anything or getting anything done. So my advice to myself and hopefully to you, if you're watching this, is stay calm. Just keep calm and also take your time. You've got all the time in the world. Yes, things might seem dreary or difficult, but you're allowed to take your time. Accomplishments will be made no matter what you do. So take time for yourself, love yourself, and just be good and reflect that outwards again and you'll be all right. I promise you, everything's going to be all right.
I love that. And for someone who struggled with anxiety, that's amazing that you're doing stand-up now, is it? You said? That's absolutely incredible. Like,
yeah, well, in my case, with my art form, the world makes the most sense when I'm behind my microphone. Yeah, just for however I'm performing, no matter how long I'm going for, that's when everything makes the most sense to me. So, for you, I implore you, find the thing that centers you, that radiates all of your brilliance and all of your skill and everything you're supposed to be.
And so what's your name, sorry?
My name is Rory.
Lovely to meet you, Rory. What one piece of advice do you wish your younger self knew?
I just wish I knew that in all of life, there's no rush for anything, for like finishing something or like being in a certain way. There's just no rush. There's so much time. That's the only piece of advice I would give to anyone.
So I realise I've come at a very inconvenient time because most people are either eating or partially have had alcohol, so do not wish to give intoxicated advice. So yeah, we're getting there though, we're getting there. Fraser, what one piece of advice do you wish you knew when you were younger?
Exercise, but like find exercise that works for you. The sports you do at school might not be the right ones for you, and so you should try different sports, try different bits of exercise, find obscure stuff to give it a go, because something will click for you, and exercise is actually really good for mental health, but you just need to find what is right for you.
And what one piece of advice do you wish or would you like to know now?
I'd like to know, like, if there's a really good way to just kind of let go of a lot of the anxious thoughts I have about stuff that happened years ago. If I could stop, you know, having the thing we all have, I'm sure, of just occasionally thinking back to something that happened like when you were 15 and then just shivering because you go, oh, that's embarrassing.
I have some of these.
Yeah, I think everyone does, and if anyone knows how to get rid of that, then I'd love to know.
Amazing. Fraser also is doing a play on mental health. So
Yeah, stand-up comedy.
Yeah. Do you have like an Instagram or something?
Yeah, you can follow me at Fraser Brown Comedy. It's a stand-up comedy show that kind of has themes of mental health in it. I don't pretend to offer any answers, but I think that, you know, mental health has affected us all in some way, and so it would be weird for it to not come into my writing.
Yeah. And comedic relief is always like great. So. But thank you so much, Fraser. I really appreciate it. I'm sat on the beanbags here with What's your name? Jenny. Hi. Jenny, it's lovely to meet you. Thank you for being in this, by the way. What one piece of advice do you wish you knew when you were younger?
I think the piece of advice that I would give myself is that in terms of my mental health, I've always really struggled with money and finances. I find it a bit overwhelming, I think. So I wish someone had told me to have different pots, so to deliberately have separate bank accounts for different things. So now I have a bank account for my rent, I have one for my bills, I have one for my spending, and I never get lost because I know where all my money is.
That's actually really helpful. Like I definitely have like a bit of a money complex.
Everyone does, and I know that money and mental health, the two go together. So if I'm experiencing a period of pure mental health, I feel like I lose control of my finances, but this kind of keeps me in order. And online banking, I think it literally saved me because I knew exactly how much was in my bank, where it was going, I could watch it. I never had that anxiety of go to the cash machine and panicking. I knew what was there.
No, that's honestly so helpful. Not many people normally come up with like suggestions about money. I think it's a bit of a taboo subject.
Yeah.
So no, that's really helpful. Sorry, what's your name?
Amelia.
What one piece of advice do you wish you knew when you were younger?
Just to kind of live life like no one's watching, and I know that sounds really weird and easier to say than to put in practice, but it's really helped me recently to just kind of do things and almost kind of as if I'm the center of the world and there's no one around me. So like I'll just do like random stuff in public because I know I'm never going to see these people again, and their opinions don't affect my life at all.
Yeah, I do that too. Sometimes I just act really weird for no apparent reason. And I think everyone's so like focused on worrying about what other people are thinking of them that actually no one's actually thinking about anyone else other than worrying about themselves about, you know, what everyone else is thinking. So no, that's amazing. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. What's your name? Sorry.
Sophia.
Sophia. Mia and Lewis. Lovely. What one piece of advice do you wish you knew when you were younger? Also, I realise the camera is very small, my arm is short, so like, we will try and fit you in, but there we go. Sophia, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'd probably say like, don't take life too seriously. Like, it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things.
Amazing.
But, yeah.
So it really doesn't matter what people think of you. It genuinely doesn't, because they have no impact on your life.
So true.
Very true, very true. And Lewis?
I say you get what you put in. It's worth putting effort in because you get exactly the same you put in as you get out. So,
honestly. Well, thank you to all three of you for being in the video. I really appreciate it. Amazing. Me like squidging it and also the lens is so small, so my arms are so short. That's fine. Amazing. So I am here with, sorry, what's your name?
Lara.
Lara and Neil. Great name, that was my dad's name. What one piece of advice do you wish you knew when you were younger?
I would say you have friends that come and go quite a lot, but that's okay, and you'll find your niche with your friends.
Amazing. And what one piece of advice, Neil, do you wish you knew?
I would say just keep your eyes on your own lane, don't worry about what other people are doing, it's not a race, and you'll find what you're meant to do eventually.
Perfect. And is there any questions that you want to ask the world, ask the audience, and put out there into the world?
I think mine is about kind of navigating work as an adult and still trying to like have that kind of friendship base of like uni and how do you balance them both?
Yes,
adapt to that change.
about balance, and is there actually a thing as balance?
Yeah, it feels like something everyone's aspiring to, and like, does it exist?
Yeah.
Like,
For me, I don't actually think there is such a thing as balance. Like, you have to like kind of have the awareness of when am I working too much, or am I maybe going out a bit too much? But yeah, no, great question.
I was going to say, how do you think today's society impacts mental health with like social media and trends and things, and how do you think that influences how you come across as well, like your outward appearance?
Do you think it influences you at all?
Absolutely, definitely. Like your Instagram, you're so picky on what you choose to put up there and how you might be judged and things.
Yeah.
And it's with more and more coming out, it's just a bit of a minefield.
And I guess for me then the question would be like, how do you stop it like affecting you and what you do and how you portray yourself? But thank you so much both of you. I really appreciate it. But yeah, thank you.
Great.
My name is Greta. Lovely to meet you, Greta. What one piece of advice do you wish you knew when you were younger?
That you don't have to fit the roles/molds that like other people put you in. You don't have to shape yourself into whatever they want you to be.
Okay, so I think I'm going to call it quits for the remainder of this evening because it's getting a bit too dark. However, I got out of my comfort zone. Honestly, I realise I only approach people who I feel are approachable, so maybe need to build up my confidence a bit when it comes to that and actually get out of my comfort zone. And if I see someone who I don't feel comfortable maybe or would feel comfortable with, go and speak to them, because it'll probably turn out that actually I can do it and it'll be absolutely fine. So I'm back home editing my video, and I realised that I think the way I worded the second question to a lot of people was quite confusing. So they didn't realise I was asking, you know, what question would you want to know now? So for example, for me, I don't have a great relationship with food. So my piece of advice for my younger self would be to always follow what excites you. If something scares you and excites you, always follow it, because it's usually the right thing to do. And what I would want to know now is how to have a healthier relationship with food. And I would ask that to the YouTube comments. And if you have any suggestions on how to have a healthier relationship with food, let me know in the comments. But I don't think I worded that question very well. So a lot of the people who I asked didn't quite know how to word that question. Anyway, so everyone did amazing. I'm so grateful for everyone who participated in this video. I also wanted to shout out a quick mention to a group of young adults. Unfortunately, I interviewed these amazing young adults, but because they're under 18, I need their permission from their parents to be in my video, I think. I'm not quite sure, but I didn't want to, you know, upset the YouTube laws and rules and everything like that. So I haven't put them in the video, but I just want to give them a special shout out and mention, because they really gave me the confidence to do this video. They were the first people I asked. They really gassed me up. They really gave me energy. They gave me amazing answers about what they wish they knew when they were younger. I wish you could hear it. So I want to give a special mention to them. I'm so sorry you're not in this video. Next time, hopefully you will be. I appreciate you all, and I will see you soon.